Yes, I know. It has been taking forever for me to even remotely make a 100 subscriber special, considering this thing right here. Yeah. But yeah, this is the real 100 subscriber special here, which is just me spewing out some hot takes that might bring up some controversy, either in general or by a large group of people. Anyways, these are my hot takes in media, which mostly consist of video game related things, so yeah, let's get into this. Hot take number 1. Most turn-based RPGs fucking suck. God fucking damn it. Okay, with the exception of the Fallout and the XCOM series. I don't know about you, but these games almost require no freaking skill. Like, yeah, you can include shit like weaknesses and stuff, but getting a different character just forces you to grind constant amounts of hours just to level them up. You can argue that's a case of replayability, but I personally think that's too long just for the sake of being long. Not only that, but shit like Pokemon have insanely annoying, and I do mean insanely annoying encounters. You know, when you go through a certain area and then you encounter that stupidly low-level enemy? Seriously though, why force me to fight Rattata's number 600 42099 that could just die in one hit? Also, most of them just feel like stereotypical isekai animes. So yeah, hot take number 2. People suck the dicks of indie game devs way too much. I swear to fuck, people these days are just constantly claiming that indie games are better than AAAs, and all because of shit because of how they have better story or better gameplay. When in reality, said games are trying to praise are just retro wannabes without shitty mental illness and computer-like glitches. Omori, Undertale, Doki Doki, Baldi's Basics, changed. Seriously, you guys would rather play a depression game over freaking Doom Eternal? Metal Gear Rising? Devil May Cry 5? You'd rather play the furry game Changed over freaking badass video games with actual gameplay? Fucking stupid. Hell, if you care about your depression video game so much, why don't you play Spec Ops The Line, an actual AAA game that deals with mental illness better than those indie games combined? While there are some good indie games out there like Hollow Knight, Get to the Orange Door, and Madness Project Nexus, it doesn't ignore the fact that people suck the games of indie games way too much. Besides, you're going all like... Hot take number 3. Clever humor is overrated, and I mean jokes that are for some odd reason praised to death despite not being funny at all. Despite there being clever jokes that are actually funny, there will be at least one well-made, funny, edgy joke, and then some sort of humor police lunatic will be like,
OMG! It's not clever in me! It means the birds are the leave for Jenkins'
or some retarded bullshit. Now, I'm not just defending blurting out references, screaming out political beliefs, or those absurdly unfunny anime bussy hentai memes, because those types of jokes are just unfunny and repetitive. But seriously, why must humor always be quote-unquote intellectual crap? Why can't we just have dumb humor in the world for all of us? Why can't we have Gmod levels of silly and downright stupid humor? Just because the joke is subtle and overly complex, quote-unquote, that doesn't mean the joke is funny. And the final hot take. Hot take number 4. Friday Night Funkin' is the most overrated game of this entire generation. You could say that my hot take number 1 would say otherwise, but here's the thing. At least you can think whenever you're playing RPGs. I cannot say the same thing for Friday Night Funkin'. It's just a stereotypical mindless music game that's only praised because of weird shit like its quote-unquote characters. Especially with its fucking modded characters, because most of them for some odd reason are praised despite half of them looking like DeviantArt OCs. This shit ruined crap like Madness Combat for me because of people simping for Hank. Like they don't realize that Hank is a fucking psychopath almost directly responsible for putting the entire world to a doom. Yeah, not only that, but FNF's gameplay is just downright terrible, as sometimes the arrow keys are downright unresponsive and many of the modded songs are just downright spammy with arrow keys. Like, at least with stuff with Guitar Hero or games similar to that nature, there were at least good skill and good songs. Yeah, the FNF OST has some of the worst songs I've ever heard. Most of these songs just consist of beat booping and that's it. Nothing special. At least with video game soundtracks that aren't Friday Night Funkin', even with the 16-bit generic indie game ones, there's at least some semblance of unique sounds and proper tunes. With FNF, especially with its harder songs, there's no semblance of a tune to it. Instead, it's just literal spamming of a certain sound effect that doesn't even sound good. one, before anyone says that Minecraft is the most overrated game of this generation, at least Minecraft has good gameplay. So yeah, go fuck yourself, Friday Night Funkin' kids. And please stop with the femboying of characters, filthy degenerates. Let's see here, do I have other hot takes? Oh right, the worst Western media is more tolerable than the worst Japanese media because it isn't Lolita hentai. Games centered around furries are some of the worst games I've ever seen in my entire life. Counting dating sims as video games should be considered a war crime. And Big Man Gamers is superior to Griffin Gaming.